port, big port? Why?
Because the little port is where the little ferrets live.
And the big port's where the mouse lives and the rats.
Correct. We're back, everybody. Welcome to the channel. Look who's here. He's doing work today.
No, that's just fast. I'm going to disappear.
Oh, he's pretending to do work. We are doing rims. You can see here we have some extra rims that we're going to do some weird things to later. I don't know.
Stuff.
But these had a little bit of surface rust on them, so we're using some phosphoric acid to clean up, etch them up, get them ready for painting. And look, the body's all done. You would have seen that in the previous episode. It's a very weird colour. It goes green and goes blue. It goes green, it goes blue. It's very strange. Anyway, that's what we're up to at the moment. We've got to get new shocks for it because they're bent, we found out. And we've also got a couple of these parts here to redo, which we're going to do soon. We're on to the rims. We're going to get these KBS'd up and then painted and keep going from there. Okay guys, so we have got the rims painted. These are in the KBS silver. Now obviously this is just an undercoat onto the bare steel, just so that we've got a good foundation to stop rusting. And then what we're going to do now, come out here, we're just sanding this back now with some 320, and then we're going to put just a normal epoxy primer on top of this, just on this front surface, and then we can start putting on the colour. So we're going to be putting the greeny blue on the side here, and then we've got a pearl white that's going to go in the center cap, in the center area here. So yeah, just give it up a bit of a sand up. Same with the fuel tank. This thing here will get a primer as well. Okay, let's keep going. Okay, so these suckers are all taped up, ready to go. We've got one out here. We're just going to do just on this face here, just do the primer on it, and the fuel tank. And Millie's over there too. She's providing the entertainment today with the guitar, so that's good. We're going to do this thing as well, just both sides with primer as well. So let's get painting. Okay, so we're letting the primer dry over there, and now we are onto the motor. This boy over here is going to be stripping this thing. This is the original motor.
Doorway too small.
This is a...
How do you drive this thing?
Oh, engine stand. Yeah, okay.
Look at that.
You're going to strip it all there?
Yeah, might as well. Got to start there.
Okay. We're going to set you guys up and we'll do a bit of time lapse, and this thing's going to get completely disassembled. This is a stock 1600 as far as we know, but we will find out in a second. And
running one.
It is running, yes.
It was running on 2 cylinders and leaking lots of oil, so it needs a bit of a...
Needs some loving. Yeah. And we'll find out if there's anything broken inside it.
No brokages.
Okay. All right, guys. Well, we're going to leave it at this stage for now because we're going to go squidding at some point. Is that what we're doing? We're getting some squid?
That's a good idea, actually.
All right. We'll bring you back in when we are ready to continue with this engine disassembly.
When we got all the squid.
Phew. Righto, folks. Well, it's a week later and we are still continuing on the Millibug. You can see here we have the motor out here. We're just going to put some degreaser on it just to loosen up some of the crap, and then we're just going to power wash it before we disassemble the rest of it. Heads are over here, pretty crusty. And we're just going to start getting some pearl white on the center of the wheels here. So that's what we're going to do right now. And we've also just been putting some little bits and pieces inside this thing. Just, you know, these parts here and the bits in there, getting all those sorted out. You know, it's a long process trying to get it all back together, but you know the drill. So yeah, let's get these wheels set up ready for putting some pearl white on. Paint time. The cleaning phase done. Ta-da-da.
Small port, big port. Why?
Because the little port is where the little ferrets live.
And the big port's with mouseless and the rats.
Correct.
Hot oil, cold oil.
Ah.
It's more viscous after it comes through.
Wow. There you go, fellas. Did you know that?
You know everything now.
Now, we're not using those barrels and pistons.
No, these are toast.
They're going in the bin.
They were toast before I came here.
Good. All right.
I have no respect for these things.
Excellent. We'll use a bigger hammer.
I don't want to wreck the case.
Well, that's true.
I still want half a motor.
panel.
Hey Nico, you want to know a way to separate your cases without using other things? Is to put the nuts on, tap it from the front.
Oh.
With the crank on it, the weight will bring it down.
Hang on, which way's the crank going to fall off?
In the floor. So then you go back to normal.
Oh.
Right. Take your nuts off.
Oh, and then
pivot.
completely.
What do you think? That's pretty good, isn't it?
That's a good idea. I like that.
You like that? I bet nobody showed you that trick before.
No,
No, because they're all too tight.
no, sir. As they say, no, sir.
That will work too.
Okay.
Yeah, it's got grease on it. Okay, can do it. But you've got to do the other side. The lifters all fill in the box.
Yeah.
So this is your how it all works,
Is
Millie.
this my gearbox?
This is your
No, the
motor.
engine. This is your actual engine. So this part here is your crankshaft. This part here is your camshaft.
These are.
That's the cogs. Yeah, the two that
I
mesh
gotta-
together.
I gotta remember what
Okay.
it's actually called.
So this thing here is a lifter, and that pushes the push rod which changes the valves. There's all sorts of fun things. There's 4 of them. Like I should put them back in the hole they came, but I'm going to put new ones in because they look pretty dodgy. I can use that one soon.
They're not worm, are they?
Helical.
Helical.
They put them on an angle to quieten the drive.
Instead of
Don't
straight
touch
cut.
them with your fingers.
Why not?
They might be dirty. I'll have
I've
at least
got
a
clean
Teflon.
fingers.
So these things follow the bump stick, that's your cam. So at the right time that opens the valve up and closes it again.
Camshaft.
That's your camshaft. Camshaft gear, which drives the oil pump, which sits here, which sucks oil from here into there, into the pump, and pushes it into the other side of the case, through the hole on the other side, and that feeds all these little lubrication holes in the whole motor. Cool, huh? So these are lifters, so they're pitted.
Yeah.
So when you put these things two together, right, they shouldn't sit flat, they should rock.
Yep.
They don't rock. So these are stuffed. They usually have a rounded face on them, and they should rock like that when you put them together.
And that's so they can spin.
So they can spin and the
valve.
cam picks up properly.
So they're
Because the
not
cam wears out, the cam wears the centre part out. And these are all pitted
Why do
or
they
stone.
not
See how they're
rock?
all worn inside?
Yeah.
Because they're worn. They're
Oh.
overly worn.
Okay.
So I've got new ones to put in there, but yeah.
How long do you usually have to?
Usually lasts the life of the motor 100,000 miles.
Ah.
See this thing here? That's a bearing which sits on this part, which sits on this. So these are what you call your con rod. Con means connecting rod.
Yeah.
Piston goes in there, pin goes through the tube. Yeah, that's your up and downy thing that goes inside the barrel. So the up and downy thing goes up here, dunga 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 dung.
Yeah.
And there's one on this side and that one's on the other side, this side, other side.
And that's why it's a 4-cylinder, because you've only got 4 pistons.
And full
2
power.
pistons on one side, two pistons on the other side.
So that's basically how a motor works, really. There's not much else to it.
And then this obviously spins the flywheel.
That flywheel keeps it's so it's a
When you
rotating inertia,
Uh,
momentum to
Yep.
keep it firing in one direction. Because if you hit it at the wrong time, it could go backwards. But the piston that makes the pistons fly over.
Okay.
So the other thing we're going to do, Chuck, is this part here, which is the centre main bearing, right? Now, if these cases have been hammered, you'd have all these fret marks in here. Now, as you can see, there's a little bit of fretting, but not too bad. So what you do is when you to see the case is stuffed or not, and too bad if it is getting back together anyway. You'll see this part, this bearing here, is your centre main bearing. This one does most of the work on both sides. So when you pull that out, if you find the numbers here have been stomped into the case, you know it's fried. And this has been. Yeah, this has been. So you can the mains is okay, you get a line board, which means they redo the centre part.
They just put a big drill through it and just
Basically, and redo it.
clean it up.
That's all
basically.
worn out. See the little numbers? It's got original VW numbers, there you go.
Oh, it has.
Yeah, original VW.
Oh, I see.
Wow.
They're the original bearings.
I see.
No way.
So this hasn't been opened.
This has not been opened.
But see the bearing wear?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's been slammed against the case. So that means it's gotten hot and won. So I'd have to get this see how it's knocked the VW stamp in there?
And you've
Line
got
bore.
and you've got a
Step.
step there.
And these faces here, I'll bolt the case together later. If I can see light through that, I've got to throw the case out. But if that's not, if you bolt that up and there's no light through that join there, it's okay. So there you go. So it's on original size, so that's pretty impressive already, because it means no one's pulled this motor apart completely before. So that would be the crankshaft is standard. They usually have a number stamped on the side if they're being. I usually put a 1010 in there or something. It's original camshaft. So I mic that up. It'll be original.
And the surface on these looks pretty good, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, there's nothing.
Nothing there.
For an old motor, it's brilliant. I'll get the water off it, and spray some WD-40 on it, and get rid of it, and take it apart. So yeah, it's not bad. So it's rebuildable. You look at the lobes to make sure. See, it's been worked a bit.
Mm.
I mean, you could regrind the crankshaft. I'll probably have another one somewhere. It's only stock. There's nothing flash about these things. Don't worry, it's only bearing. Bearing's got to be replaced anyway. See how the colouring at the back?
Yeah, is that from heat?
Yeah. Yeah, it's just, the oil gets hot and the oil sticking to it. So it's slightly pitted than that. There's a deep dish, so it's a late model one, yeah?
Right.
That's your dish.
Your dish, yeah.
But you always keep the gear here because you want to know how much slops in it when you do it later, when you put new bearings in it. So these match original factory, so unless it's worn, it should be okay. So there you go.
All right, guys. On that note, we will leave this video here, and we will come back in another episode.
Yeah.
Bye-bye, everybody.
And you 3-litre Porsche motor.
Yeah, bye-bye. Bye-bye.